privilege of spending time here with DSI, probably one of the largest enterprise mobility companies you've never heard of. And, matter of fact, made the Gartner Magic Quadrant this year for the first time. So congratulations, Latecia.
Thank you very much, Kevin.
So Latecia, how long have you been here?
Been here 22 years.
22 years. Most enterprise mobility companies weren't even a glimmer in somebody's eye 22 years ago.
That is very true. We've been doing a lot of mobility since mobility was not cool.
Well, that's awesome. So you are Vice President of Global Services and Support, is my understanding.
That is correct.
You must talk to a lot of clients.
Indeed.
Involved in a lot of projects?
Yes, yes. We work on an average of over 300 projects a year.
Oh my, so okay. You must have some advice and seen a lot of things. So let me start out with this though. What are some of the biggest challenges, if you could categorize kind of common challenges companies have when they're getting ready to implement a mobile solution? What would be some of those challenges?
The biggest challenge that I experience companies creating for themselves is viewing their undertaking as an IT technology project versus being an operational business project. Too often these projects are turned over to an IT department when at the end of the day it's a business owner that needs information in a different format than they're accustomed to. That's what these projects are all about. And understanding who is going to benefit from the solution is really critical for ensuring the success of the solution.
So if they don't do that, what are some of the consequences?
You can end up with solutions that aren't accepted by the end user. If you develop a solution without understanding that a field service technician is frequently wearing gloves and requires large buttons to function in an application, you go to deployment or testing, and then the end user, the person who's supposed to benefit from the application, really can't get the full benefit because the tool that's been given to them is not designed to really work the way they have to work.
Got it. So those are some of the challenges that you've seen and you want people to solve. What advice do you have for companies just getting into enterprise mobility and looking at implementing right now?
The biggest piece of advice I would say is make sure that you involve the operational people intended to benefit from the undertaking and get their input into the requirements. Understand what information is needed and how it's going to be used. Putting it in a pretty and pleasing presentation layer is not where the real difficulty comes in. It's making sure that you have the people who can tell you that they require big buttons on an application or that they require a larger screen format versus a smaller screen format. Those are the questions that have to be answered by the end user. And getting them involved helps us make sure we construct a solution that fixes their problems and solves the downstream information that's needed by the back office.
Very good. Latecia, I want to thank you so much for sharing with us today.
Great. Glad to be here.